This video will be a full recap of Demon Slayer Season 1 if you're trying to refresh your memory before watching Mugen Train, or if you need a recap before watching Mugen Train with your family or friend. Tanjiro, the protagonist of the series, goes down the mountain to sell charcoal, and it gets late, so he stays at a villager's house. The man tells him about demons and demon slayers. When Tanjiro returns to home, he finds his family slaughtered by a demon. His sister Nezuko is the sole survivor, so Tanjiro tries to rush her down the mountain for medical attention, but it turns out Nezuko was turned into a demon and tries to attack him, but out of nowhere a demon slayer saves Tanjiro and tries to kill Nezuko. That prompts Tanjiro to try to attack him. He gets knocked out, but Nezuko tries to protect him, so Jiyu backs off. He tells them to go to a trainer named UROKODAKI and to keep Nezuko out of sunlight. Jiyu and the siblings part ways, and now Tanjiro is on an adventure of a lifetime. Tanjiro puts Nezuko in a basket, and they go to UROKODAKI but get attacked by
a demon.
But Nezuko punts the demon's head off, but Tanjiro doesn't want to kill it. That leaves a bad first impression on his new trainer, and Tanjiro gets pimp slapped. Nezuko falls asleep and Tanjiro begins training. After a while, UROKODAKI tells Tanjiro that if he could slice the boulder in half, he could go to the final selection. After 6 months of no progress, Tanjiro meets Sabito, a former UROKODAKI student, spares with him. And Tanjiro also meets another former student of UROKODAKI, MAKOMO, and finally he slices it open. Whoever survives several days of demons gets to join the demon corps. Tanjiro encounters a demon that hates UROKODAKI, and he already killed 13 of his students, including the 2 that helped Tanjiro, so slices his head clean off. Tanjiro makes it through final selection with 3 other Shinichi, Ginura, and KANAO. He goes back to a relived UROKODAKI and his sister that woke up from a 2-year nap time. Tanjiro gets his blade. It turns a rare color black. He gets a mission about a demon that's kidnapping young girls. Turns out the demon that's responsible for the disappearances is a demon that could split into 3, and his demon art is going into the swamp dimension. Tanjiro cuts the demon's head off, and Tanjiro learns the man responsible for his family's massacre was a demon named MUZAN. After the mission, Tanjiro tries to relax, but he smells a familiar smell. It's MUZAN, the man that killed his family, and Tanjiro runs up on him, but he sees that he has a human family with him, and Tanjiro witnesses MUZAN turn an innocent man into a demon. Tanjiro tries to hold him down, but gets beaten up by police. While getting beaten up by police, Tanjiro gets saved by a demon that is a doctor and wants to kill MUZAN. She also can turn humans into demons, but it takes 3 years. While talking, they get ambushed by 2 demons. After having trouble playing death dodgeball, Dr. Boy puts a demon paper on Tanjiro's head so he could see the arrows guiding the death balls. Tanjiro and Nezuko tag team the arrow demon, and Tanjiro cuts his head off. All of them are tired, and Tanjiro is injured, so the doctor uses her enchanting blood to persuade Temari to say MUZAN's name because of a curse, and eventually she says it and she dies. They both claim to be a part of the 12 Kizuki, but they didn't have numbers on their eyes. After getting sent on a mission, Tanjiro meets Zenitsu, the guy that was in the final selection. They come across 2 kids that said a demon abducted their brother and the demon in a house. Tanjiro and Zenitsu get split up. Tanjiro encounters a wild boar man. Zenitsu encounters a demon and passes out. He wakes up with a whole new personality and slices the demon's head off. They get thrown out of the demon house. Tanjiro starts to fight the demon with drums, but the demon can change the way the room is. Tanjiro chops the demon down, and they're all out of the house. Zenitsu protects the box knowing a demon is inside it, while Inosu kicks the crap out of him. Tanjiro cracks Inosuke's rib, and the two start fighting. The crow tells them go to a house to rest in before their next mission. While in the house they get food, a change of clothes, and Nezuko wakes up but gets harassed by Zenitsu. They get a mission to respond to the demon slayers that are killing each other. Inosuke quickly notices that there's strings controlling them. A demon boy comes out and tells them his mother will kill them. Inosuke uses his spiritual awareness to find where the mother is. After killing a demon, he throws Tanjiro to where the mother is, and Tanjiro gracefully slices her head off. Before she dies, she tells Tanjiro that there's one of the 12 Kizuki on the mountain. Zenitsu gets bit by a spider demon, and Zenitsu remembers his training where he couldn't learn anything, but he managed to learn how to do thunder breathing, and he mastered it. He kills the spider demon and slows his breathing so he doesn't die. Tanjiro and Inosuke encounters the demon dad. One of the Hashira finds Zenitsu, and before Inosuke gets crushed, but Jiyu kills the demon and ties Inosuke up because he's injured. The butterfly Hashira gives Zenitsu an antidote, and the demon boy decapitates his sister because he's jealous of Nezuko and Tanjiro's sibling bond. He tells Tanjiro if he gives Nezuko to him, he'll spare him. Tanjiro says the boy reveals that he's a part of the 12 Kizuki. Tanjiro remembers the breathing techniques his father taught him, and Nezuko has memories of her mother, and while Tanjiro does his fire breathing, she uses her blood demon art, and they both decapitate him. But he puts his head back on because before they decapitated him, he cut his own head off with his string. Jiyu shows up and uses his water breathing technique called Dead Calm and kills the demon. After the butterfly Hashira kills the girl demon, she tries to kill Nezuko, but Jiyu protects her and tells Tanjiro and Nezuko to run. The crow tells them to bring Tanjiro and Nezuko to the head master's mansion. They have to decide what to do with them, and some suggest killing them both, but the headmaster says that Nezuko is good on UROKODAKI. A former Hashira gave him a note that if Nezuko kills a human, he and Tanjiro would slit their stomach, but that doesn't convince the Wind Hashira. Wind Hashira cut his arm, and Nezuko proves her humanity by turning in disgust to human blood. Tanjiro goes to rehabilitation training where Tanjiro reunites with Inosuke and Zenitsu. The Flame Hashira goes off on a mission regarding a 12 Kizuki demon. Inosuke, Tanjiro, and Zenitsu start rehabilitation training. After a few months, one night the insect Hashira tells Tanjiro of her dream. In this episode we get the backstory of KANAO, the student of the insect Hashira. She was born into poverty and sold, and one day the insect Hashira and her sister buys her, and they give her a coin to make decisions. Tanjiro asks the insect Hashira about flame breathing. She tells him the fire Hashira probably know way more than her. MUZAN, disguised as a woman in the Infinity Castle, kills low-level Kizuki because they're incompetence, and leaves one alive, and gives him his blood and tells him to kill Tanjiro and Hashira. That was the full recap of Season 1. Before seeing Mugen Train, and make sure you subscribe to help us get to our goal of 100 subscribers. Goodbye.